What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel and check out the content. And with that being said, I want to speak on recent reports of this continuing beef, right? That's going on between Nicki Minaj and Jay Z. And I think, in my personal opinion, I think it's going on because I think the power. And I'm not really a conspiracy theorist, right? But I just think that the powers that be are really done with Jay Z and really feel like they don't need Jay Z. Jay Z has he served his purpose, and now that rap is in the state where it is rap right now is not really in a good state. Is on a decline, right? And so the industry, entertainment, music, and all that stuff, they're basically trying to do away with rap. In my opinion, they're trying to do away with rap, right? And so if you are part of rap and you don't really have a good reputation and there's some dirt on your name and it's whispers and stuff going around, I think they don't have any use for you. Like the things that some of these guys, the underhanded things that these guys were able to do in the rap in the business, they're using that now to clean house. So if you had any skeletons in your closet and any dirt on your name, they're allowing that to be exposed. Especially, like I said, if they don't need you. And to me, that's a lesson in it's a lesson that like if there's a lesson in that. So you have to be careful who you step on your way to the top. And you have to be careful of the decisions that you make on the way to the top, as far as like the lifestyle that you live, and that is a big part of the reason why Nas was able to land that $5 billion casino deal, because Nas was always strategic about the way he moved in the industry. Whereas though Jay-Z was strategic too, but he kind of really burnt some bridges, stepped on some toes. He thought that because he didn't publicly say anything about it, that a lot of things wouldn't come out. But things have came out, and part of what's coming out is this beef between Nicki Minaj and Jay Z. Like, so if rap has still been going on the way it was going on in the past years, then Nicki Minaj wouldn't be her. She might still be saying these things, but it wouldn't get no press. It wouldn't get any attention. But now that the business has changed and they don't really need rap like they used to, and they don't need people like gatekeepers in the business like they used to. These type of allegations are getting more. They're getting more and more fuel and more daylight. Whereas though in the past that it wouldn't have, he'd have been able to quash these rumors and stuff like that, or basically ignore them, like he has been doing, Dame Dash for all these years. So we have a situation where Nicki Minaj is still coming back out and she's saying that Jay-Z owed her a lot of money. Like Jay-Z, he cheated her out of money. Right. And so this article right here, I'm trying to say, where's this article from? Where my glasses at? Fans down fan fandom wire, right? And it says, does Jay-Z owe 200 million to Nicki Minaj? Nicki's hate against Jay-Z is explained. Like in the past, like a few years ago, even if Nicki Minaj, like I said, and came up with these allegations and went public with them, he would have been able to basically just ignore them, or and then he probably would have had contacts in the business that would have helped him to get past this type of situation. But now that they don't need Jay-Z and people who ran and operated the way Jay-Z, like, you know, this stuff, it's like fair game now. So what it says, Nicki Minaj, Nicki Minaj reunited her feud with Jay-Z on social media amid her already ongoing feud with Cardi B. She wrote on X yesterday, uh, Jay-Z, take off that effing lace front, which was only being which was the beginning of wild accusations, right? So she's saying that this guy, like Jay-Z, got a lace front. And in another tweet, she alleged that Jay-Z had a major problem with one of her collaborations. She shared that the music mogul was mad that she wouldn't give him a beat, which she used in the LP Queen with The Weeknd. She shared that she had already begun the preparations for the beat. I'm sorry, she had already begun the paperwork on the beat, but Jay-Z claimed that beat, it was Beyonce's. He claimed that it was Beyonce beat. Nicki Minaj had been dragging Jay-Z's name for some time now. It began with title controversy, where Nicki Minaj claimed that Jay-Z owed her millions after the platform sale back in, back in 2015, when the artists as partners, these included Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, J. Cole, Madonna, and others. They weren't given 3% each of the platform in exchange for exclusive content. However, in 2021, Jay-Z sold off the major stake in the company for nearly $300 million. It is alleged that the partners never received a share of the sale. In July, she claimed that, oh, okay. In July, she claimed that she was owed more than $9 million, which is 3% of $300 million. And so I do remember hearing about that. Like when Jay-Z sold Tidal, you know, people who had contributed or helped Jay-Z with Tidal, investors, Rihanna and other people, didn't get their 3%. And so, like I said, when things like this, maybe in the past, they probably would have took it to court, and then it probably would have gotten solved with like an arbitrator or a judge or somebody like that. But nowadays, like I said, Jay-Z don't have those same type of protections in place that he had, because they don't have the leverage, because the music industry, as far as rap is concerned, is on a decline. So there's really no benefit for somebody to stand in the way and help Jay-Z, with this situation. And Nicki Minaj just constantly, like, she is constantly going at him, and she's making this. You know what I mean? She's keeping this in the cycle, right? And I think what's going to happen is, just imagine if Nicki Minaj was to publicly win a case like this against Jay-Z, and she sued Jay-Z for, like, I don't know, she's saying he owe her. The article said 9 million. Somewhere else it said more than that, right? But say if she sued Jay-Z successfully, and it'll be the same situation like what it was with Puff Daddy. Like, once one person sue you successfully, and they are able to get their money, then everybody, Rihanna will be probably coming out of the woodwork. Then you're gonna have who else was in there? Madonna and J. Cole. All those people gonna come out the woodwork, because, like, hey, she wasn't the only one. They might feel like, he got me too. He didn't get, just Nicki Minaj. He got other people too. So I think this is something that people have to keep an eye on, because this might be where Jay-Z is going to really take a hit. And then on top of that, that's why Jay-Z takes the approach now as though, like, where he's not going to settle. He's going to make you take him to court, make you prove it before, he's not going to settle out of court, because he saw what happened with Puff Daddy. Once Puff Daddy settled that case with Cassie, then everything, everything just fell apart. And Jay-Z has already he's already demonstrated that he's not going out that way. He's gonna make you, it's gonna go the distance. It's gonna be court battles and stuff like that. Because once people find out that Jay-Z is settling cases, then it's gonna be open season on him. And he don't want that, especially in these civil cases. and if it's not criminal or anything, they're gonna make you get a lawyer, sue them, and win. Which most people saying that it's a good strategy because once Puff Daddy settled that case with Cassie, it was all over with. But I thought Puff Daddy, I think even if he didn't settle with that young lady Cassie, I think certain people had it in for him anyway. So, but yeah, that's my take. I don't think this situation with Nicki Minaj is going to go away for Jay-Z. I think, I just think that this is just the tip of the iceberg. I think there's more to come for Jay-Z. So y'all make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to leave a comment, and